Welcome to another game review. This time I'm going to be reviewing more IMO gameplay. Not against Justini, but against a random opponent that I actually have no idea who he is. Danielle for you. I played this game earlier today and I thought that it was pretty cool the way I set myself up and created a play that made the teammate just completely quit. But let me just show you what I did here. I start off with IMO, of course. I move forward. Let it play by itself because I'm still working on this feature. Alright, the enemy, he moves forward, he gets a poly push, which is already a scary thing to think about. I do a regular move here, and then I decide to go up because I know that from experience there's gonna be a village up there. So I move up and then I choose to get the village instead of the ruin down here. What does the enemy do? They grab the ruin and they get fishing from it, which is a pretty expensive thing to get. I move on to the second village and then I before I capture, I think I buy something. No, I don't. Alarion's still expanding. They don't have access to water just yet. I get climbing. Alarion is barely getting on villages, but he should have 3 villages next turn. I start farming my beautiful animals and I go for vision, which was great for me because look, I got an entire vision on the left side of the map and I captured one of the lighthouses, giving me 2 lighthouses as soon as I move my warrior up there onto that mountain. And then this little explorer gets me the lighthouse on this side, so I'm already on my way to get the Eye of God pretty quickly. He captures 3 villages in one go here, which is huge for him, but his economy must be down. He's only making 5 stars per turn as I'm making my 6. I upgrade, I get stars out of my ruin, and I go for riding because I want to get to the left side of the map faster and also have something because at this point I don't even see the enemy yet. So I'm guessing he was gonna try to like get on my land. He keeps expanding to the left. He's not in the water just yet. I don't even have access to ports yet. So what I do here is I move my rider over here in order to capture this village and start setting up my ports. And I send this little guy over here to start getting these ports so that I can just start spamming units into the water. I place my warrior on this ruin, but I'm not going to capture the ruin. I'm going to have this warrior go all the way over here. And then this guy is going to capture the ruin. And then this guy is going to capture the village that I know is somewhere in this fog. The enemy is still expanding. He's placing his sanctuaries. He finally grabs his lighthouse. And he now has a troop in the water. Good for him. And then I do my play here that I said I was going to do. Everything moves forward. I also farm a little bit. Try to get ahead on my giant. He has some vision. He sees that village there. Like, I don't see him at this point, by the way. I still haven't gotten my meeting stars. Now back to my turn. I finally meet him because he steps on my land over here. He comes into my vision on his own. I didn't have to get an explorer. I place a forge up here, causing me to get a giant that I'm gonna 1, 2, 3 in 3 turns. He will be in the water. I capture these cities at the edge here, and I farm it. Farm both of my water cities because I do want to start placing ports and just spamming units into the water. At this time, he has 2 units in the water, and he has this island here, which is a great island to control if you know how to control it. You would have to border growth to stop everybody else in the water. He finally grabs the left side lighthouse with an explorer. I start farming this little island and I start moving the rider towards the other village. I do a little bit more farming and I finally get my first port down. He sees it, by the way. He could have completely stopped it. Um, which is what I was scared of. He didn't have enough money though. Now it's my turn again. I move my giant closer. I started just putting a bunch of units in the water so that I can do an attack, basically. And this is where this gets interesting. Now here, I do take a break. And as you can see, I buy ramming, right? So I had 22 stars, I believe, at the start of this round. Yeah, 22 stars. And I counted in my head, if I get ramming, I build a rammer, and I chop a tree, I would be able to get the rammer, turn this guy into a rammer, and this guy into a scout. And I would be able to shoot and siege here. And just check display out. I buy the ramming, I already chopped the tree, do the attack, I take it, and I put everything in the water, and boom, the enemy quits. So this one move was just so quick. He didn't see it coming. He could have done something different to kind of stop me with his boats instead of farming and like trying to take this. Like he was gonna die over here with this guy. I was gonna make a scout here and then a hit here and take it. But yeah, he got into the water first. I just saved my money. I had way more money. He only, I mean, actually, he was making way more money by this time. It was a great game. I learned a lot, and feels good to win.